Street cred sports. Street cred sports. I'm crossing over. I'm Euro stepping.
All right, so this is Keenan of Street Cred Sports, and this is another episode of Time to Ball. And I wanted to have this guy on. I've been trying to get him on. He's like a CIA operative. You can't never find out where he is. But my main man, Mark McCall, man, how are you doing?
I'm good, brother. How's everything with you? I'm hanging.
Man, it's good, man. It's good, running this basketball training business and stuff. Hot as hell up here in El Paso. How's it down there?
Oh, that's Texas. You know that. You know that. That time of year, it's blazing hot everywhere you go in Texas.
So tell the people where you at right now, man, because I know once I get this out, they're gonna people be like, oh man, I remember Mark.
Right. I'm living down here in Austin, outside of Austin. I live in Pflugerville.
Okay.
I've been down here for been in the Austin area for the last 26 years.
Yeah,
like
you've been there for a minute because I ain't seen you in about that long. So I know you've been down there in a minute.
Yeah, I've been down here. It's pretty cool. It's not too bad, man. It's nice.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, look, man. We can chop it up. We do keep in touch. Probably not as much as we should, but we do reach out to each other. And see how each other's doing. But I want to talk to you about some stuff, man, as far as basketball, because there are people when in training. I refer to a lot of experiences I had and have had, on basketball court, and I often have to bring you up. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get his ass on here so I can talk to him about some stuff. Because some people will be like, yeah, man, you just making stuff up. You just talking. So look, tell everybody about your high school journey, man.
Oh, my high school journey was, man, it's kind of, just here and there, and it's mostly unexpected. How everything went down. It was just like, man, it's really going down like this. So, I started out, back in Columbus, Georgia. That's where I started from. Before I came to El Paso, I started out there at Kendrick High School.
Okay.
And then, I really didn't start to develop until, I started playing at Kendrick High School. Then I started developing. Other people saw it. I started developing and things. That's like your brother right there is going to be pretty good, and you should hang around and this and that. But we were always, when I was a kid, we moved in so many different places. We were never, stationary for a long period of time so that I could, actually, until I got to El Paso.
Right.
And once I got to El Paso, I started going to El Paso High. I mean, it wasn't something I picked, it was just the nearest, closest high school where I was actually staying at.
Mm-hmm.
So I started going there, and that's where it all started. That's where it all started from.
Nice. So, all right. So, all right. Look, I'm gonna deviate time to time just because I have to make sure I get these little stories in, man. So, what is your official vertical? Because I was looking at something, trying to find some highlights, so I could put on this episode so people know who you are and know what you're about. But I heard somebody say what your vertical was. They said it was 31 inches. And I was like, nah, it's more like 310 inches.
Well, when they measured your vertical, it was like, they measured it in feet or something like that. Because really it was a jump straight up, but my vertical was like 45.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm like. I was like, there's no way. So look,
I'll tell you a story. But I'll tell you a story though. When I was at UTEP, Coach Haskins would have me and Antionio and all Greg and them and all of them would be down at the other end doing the big man drills. And we would be down at the other end of the court doing the guard drill.
Right.
And he would have me go down there with the big and do it, just, because they were picking up the ball from the block and just dunk. Pick up from each block. It was just grabbing it and dunking. So, and coach would really get a kick out of his head. So he would have me go down there, and I'd be snatching the ball off the block and just dunking, and snatching it off each block, and dunking. I just dunking.
All right, so that's a great story, but I think mine is greater. So during the summer when I was up here, we were in the gym. Now, we couldn't be, at the time, it was called a special event center. It wasn't the Don Haskins Center. Well, it was closed, so we were over at Memorial. This is the very first time I met you. I'm sitting in there, Twan, Ralph, Johnny Melvin. You in there, right? And I'm looking at you like, man, who is this? Like, I've never seen you before, right? And I don't know the traditions and stuff and the players who come back. So you sitting up there dribbling, kind of shooting and everything. And I want to say it was Johnny Melvin, Smooth, who looked, it was like, oh, he can't jump no more, man. He can't jump no more. And everybody's looking around laughing, and you kind of laughed a little. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They like, oh, man, he can't jump no more. Mark, I think you was over in Australia. He's like, man, that Australian bottom made you soft. You can't jump. So you start laughing. You start laughing. You put the ball down. You're like right at the front of the rim. You take 2 steps, jump, touch the top of the backboard.
Legendary. Y'all got me with
Hey, I looked at that. I grabbed my ball. I started walking. Antoine like, Kate, where you going? I was like, man, I'm going home. I said, I know I just didn't see him take 2 steps, jump, and touch the top of the backboard. I said, I'm going. I've been in the sun too long, dog. I'm not going to play today.
Man.
Yo, jumping was insane, Mark. It was insane.
They had me they had me in an article. This was a long time ago, but I still have it. But they had me in an article where they just comparing me at the time to D. Brown, Michael Jordan. I forget who else was on that article, but they were comparing our verticals.
Yeah.
And they would just had an article on how I jump and stuff like that. So, it's many.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Just like, but I think what it was how effortless. And that's the thing that I tell people is like, I've seen a lot of people that could jump, right? I've seen a lot of people that could get up throughout my day. I've never seen anybody jump like you. That's real talk. I've never seen, and I've said to this day, I was like, man, dog, he jumped so effortless. He didn't go into a full squat when he jumped. He barely hit a quick when he barely bent his legs when he jumped, and he would get up so high. So
when I went to when I got out of UTEP and I went to Globetrotter camp, Globetrotters camp. I mean, there was a lot of guys there that could jump, dunk, whatever. But we were in a training section. We were just going straight up and down the court. Everybody, they showed how they could dunk and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They had me start from the baseline and run all the way down to the other back and just take off and just dunk. And that was the end of it. That was the end of it. It was just like, and it was just like, and after the training, he was like, we want to see you do that again. He was like, the way you did it was just so effortless.
Yes.
So effortless. You just jumped up and you was just gone. I was just like, okay. So I went and I did it again. Yep.
Hey, so listen, all right, so let's go from at El Paso High. All right, when you're getting ready to you're a college prospect, when did you have offers, or was UTEP the only school at that time that you got an offer from?
At that time, when I was coming out of El Paso, Ohio, so crazy. I mean, I had scouts in all kinds of colleges coming down here to El Paso, Louisville,
Wow.
Clemson, UCLA, Arizona.
Wow.
Who Holmes came for me? I had all of them coming down here.
Wow.
To see me play. And just to give you a hint, Coach Haskins himself personally came to the YMCA to see me play.
Hey, that's big.
That's rare. He ain't doing that.
No, he did not do that kind of stuff.
So
at
the time, I mean, it was more. I had I had a box that was like, you could say 15 by 15 by 15. It was full of letters.
Wow.
Just letters from everywhere. You know, wherever. But when it was all said and done, Louisville was hitting pretty hard. UCLA was hitting pretty hard. And so was Arizona was hitting pretty hard. But at the time, my grades were a little shaky.
Right.
I ended up staying here at home.
Okay.
So that's how I went down.
Right. And it's like you try to look like throughout the history. Like I've known that people, there have been threads on social media, like on Facebook, about some of the top, El Paso prospects. And I'm like, well, Mark was here, he was a top prospect, but I've never actually known all the different schools, because, the reality is El Paso doesn't have that level of talent on a consistent basis, so when you have somebody like such as yourself and such as some of the, the kids today, KJ Lewis that was playing at Chapin, it's kind of like, yeah, man, he's good. He's really good. But there were kids before, like Kenny Thomas, when he was at Austin, but then, there's you. So there is a rich history of players, that came out of the city that were big time college athletes. So how was it playing with Tim, Antonio, and Greg?
Well, I mean, at first, I mean, I really wasn't playing that much. As a sophomore, I didn't. I mean, as a freshman, I don't think I saw a court as a freshman.
No.
And I don't think I did. And I was redshirted one year. So when I did start playing my freshman year, I don't think I saw the court. And then just all of a sudden, my sophomore year, I started. You know what I'm saying? I started squeezing in, getting a little playing time here and there. And then that was, I believe that was Tim's last year, too.
Right.
And we did pretty. We actually won the conference tournament.
Right.
Tone and Greg were on that team, I believe. They were there.
Right. And I remember because when I had hurt my knee and I had, coach schools looking at me, but after I tore my ACL, nobody was calling me. And then somebody said, well, why don't you look at UTEP, because your game is similar to Tim Hardaway. I didn't even know what UTEP was until I looked on the I happened to look on March Madness, and y'all were playing in the tournament.
Right. We actually played in the tournament. We actually won the conference tournament. Won our conference tournament. I played 3 years out of the 4 years that I was there.
Miners are NCAA bound. Troy Bowe in the attacking zone. 71-58. Bowe missed a three-pointer. Foster chases it into the corner. Saves it inbounds to Stewart. Here's Hall all alone. Henry Hall to McCall for the jam. Half a minute to go. Norm Ellenberger takes a timeout. Timeout, Miners!
Right. Right. You know what? I'm gonna ask you this. This wasn't on the list of questions, but I'm gonna ask you this right now. You know how the portal has taken over, right? You know, with kids being able, would you have hit the portal after your freshman year because you weren't playing, or did you feel like there was a plan in action for you to play there at UTEP?
That's a pretty good question, man. I mean, if you was playing now, like if I was playing now and that happened, yeah, I would get the portal.
Yeah.
Back then, I mean, it was just, I mean, we were so used to, if we didn't get to play, we had to go by the rules. You got to sit out a year, you got to redshirt,
Right.
or even if you do transfer, you got to sit out a year, and all of this mess. But now these kids, they got so much freedom now. Freedom that they have now. I mean, I definitely would have hit the portal.
Yeah. And I've had conversations with people like, if the portal was around back then, and this isn't to say because there was any particular reasons, but I've heard reasons from other guys like, yeah, man, they told me they was gonna do this, but then I get there and then they do completely opposite, and it's like, but I'm stuck there, like, because I can't leave. So that's just kind of crazy. Okay, so let me go. I know after you tell me about, like, after your senior year, what transpires with you after your senior year as far as playing past UTEP?
Well, I mean, my whole ambition was who's in it. I mean, I want to know a kid that's playing in college that has some kind of game that's playing, doesn't want to play in the NBA.
Right.
Everybody wants to play in the NBA. Everybody wants to play pro.
Right.
And once your senior year gets in, then the reality of it hits you. I mean, you're gonna have choices and opportunities, but you're gonna have to take your choices and opportunities. Now, what you want to do is go to the NBA.
Right.
But if that doesn't pan out, then the opportunities that come your way is pretty much how that's the opportunity that came my way, which was overseas, Harlem Globetrotters, stuff like that. And when I got drafted by the World League, I got drafted by the USGL.
Okay.
At that time, neither one of those panned out, so I ended up going with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Right. So let's talk about the Globetrotters. How was that experience for you?
Oh man, I mean, now that I look back on it, I mean, it's pretty cool because you get to travel all around the world. I mean, you get to go places that you never would go.
Mm-hmm.
Not just go there, but you get to play and perform, and in front of their people, wherever it is we end up at. But Globetrotters, it was just a great experience. Not just playing ball, but it was just a great lifetime experience. Just good.
Right.
Good,
Yeah, because I remember seeing the commercial with you on it, and I remember seeing I was like, oh my God, I know they're gonna just love throwing him lives, because here's one of them other stories. All right, so I was telling my wife, because I'm trying to prep for things to talk to you about, because like we could just get on here and just talk, but it's like, no, I know people want to know about your journey and stuff basketball wise. And I remember telling, I was like, look, I said, you have those people that, like, when you throw lives, throwing lives for dunks, you'll throw it to him and you kind of know where to throw the ball, because you kind of know, like, okay, yeah, he's going to be able to catch it here or there. Right. And I said, I remember throwing you a live, and when I threw it and it left my hands, I was like, oh, damn, I threw that too high. And you just jumped, caught it, dunked it. And I was like, oh, damn. It's like, damn, he got it. And I just remember running down the court, like, I think it took me a few more minutes to get out of my head, like, that was, where I threw it and where you caught it, and how you caught it and how you ducked it was just like it, man. It was something else. It was something else.
We had plenty of those. We had plenty of
Oh
those
yes.
games.
Oh yes.
Plenty
Oh
of
yes.
those games.
Oh yeah. Now here's a funny part, because I remember, well, we talk about it now. We talk about the runs, and we talk about when Chuck, your brother Chuck, and Mike, your brother, who can jump out the gym as well, when we would be playing in the special events on a break, y'all are throwing the ball up in the air. And I said, I'm sitting up here trying to think of how I can make it, how I can have people visualize what I saw. And the movie that came to mind was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That scene when they were up in the trees flying and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how it was. They would throw the ball up and they're all up in there. It was like a ballet, man. So let me ask you, what do you feel was your best dunk?
What you mean, in a game or?
Yeah, let's say in the game. Okay, let's say in the game, and then let's take outside of a game.
Oh man, there's so many of them.
You know, most people talk about the Georgetown dunk on Dikembe and Alonzo.
Is in, along with Churchwell, Joey Brown, Lamont Morgan, and Charles Harrison. Alley-oop, and it goes, and the foul.
On Alonzo, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember the lob that Tim threw you from half court was nice.
I had to take the dunk. We were playing in the WAC conference tournament. We were up in Salt Lake City, and we were playing Wyoming. I say the dunk I did on Reggie Slater.
Okay.
The dunk I did on Reggie Slater. And yeah, Karl Malone stood up like you couldn't believe it.
Hey, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna look for it. I know there's some things on YouTube, but like I like if people were filming the way they do now, man, you probably had like 60 million followers, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a different world now, man. I mean, all these media outlets, and, man, they have everything. Yeah, you're right.
Now, what people don't know, and this is something that because my wife would say, well, how, I said, look, me and Mark were really close. I said, he moved and stuff, but we were really close. And I said, the funniest thing is how I actually met him outside of the first time I saw you do that dunk. Like, cause Mark was quiet. He wasn't one who it wasn't that he wasn't sociable. He was just, he was cool. Now, like if you talk to him, he talked back to you. That's what I started to realize. I said, but the first time I actually had a conversation with him was I was telling somebody about, I was like, man, that damn Batman animated series show is on fire. And then you turn around and you like, what? He's like, you watched that? I was like, yeah, man, that shit was all right. You was like, dog. And after that, it was a wrap.
I mean, the animation thing it's a thing with me. I mean, I still watch animation to this day. I mean, yeah, it's just a thing with me. When that first came out, that Batman animated series, it was just bad.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
I had to talk about it.
I'm like, oh yeah, we up here to play, man. We need to be in the game, but we over there talking about the certain episodes of the Batman and how good it was, man. It was nice. It was really.
I had to talk about it. Yeah, I had to talk about it.
So I'm not gonna hold you too long, man, but I got just like two more questions. The first question is, what advice for aspiring basketball players do you have?
Well, my advice to all the young brothers out there that's trying to make it, that's trying to get there, you know what I'm saying? They the way it is now is, they're giving you. They're just giving you whatever they can give you out there just to get you where you at. My whole thing is for the young brothers, earn it. Just keep that in your mind. Just keep that in your mind. Keep that in your holster. Wherever you playing at, however you trying to get down, just keep it in your mental. Whatever you do, no matter what they giving you or not giving you, you got to earn it. Just keep it in your mind. I got to earn it. I got to earn it. Because it puts you in a place where, no matter what goes down, the best is going to come out.
Right.
Because that's what your mental is. You trying to earn it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's absolutely great advice, man, because I don't think that players today, younger and now that they're playing, they're used to earning it. Everybody seems to be like it's given to them and people are running from competition. And I don't, like when we were in the gym and stuff, it was like we wanted to play against each other, because we wanted to, see where we were. And it was about competition and like, yo, he could play. Like, yeah, all right, I got that, as opposed to like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to play. I'm gonna go to another gym. Yeah. So
it's a good thing now. I mean, what's going on now? I mean, I'm so happy for the kids. I mean, they are really, the freedom that they have now, what they're able to do, what they've been able to do. I mean, it's great to see. It's great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with how everything was going. I was listening to on my way in, I was listening to a show called Give and Go with Antonio Daniels, and they were talking about players and loyalty. And the subject came up about Ray Allen, and they was talking about how, the Kevin Garnett and the rest of them were upset that Ray Allen left Boston to go to Miami. But then what Antonio brought up is but when he was at Seattle, he was loyal and they traded him. When he was at Milwaukee, he was loyal and they traded him. Right. So it's like, and now he's there and he has an opportunity to do something for himself and his family. And he took that opportunity. And it's like, there is there loyalty or is it about, being selfishness? So it's great advice with making people earn it because, you earn it, you get a chance to do and write your own ticket.
Right.
Yeah. So hey, anything you want to let the people know, man? You still dunk? Hey, okay, that's a question. I'm pretty sure somebody. Hey, man, you still dunking?
I haven't. I'm more on the golf course now. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, I ain't hooped in a while, but I be getting out there on the golf course. Yeah,
you can still dunk right now. You probably could, and it's not because you're older. You probably could still touch maybe the top of the square over the backboard now, right?
I doubt that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send somebody over like, look, man, we got these people that want to know if you can still dunk, man. Just go ahead and show them that you can dunk still.
Oh, no, we just want to get it on video.
Well, look, man, I know it's been a while coming. I know I've talked to you about this in the past, and I really appreciate you wanting to come on and just talk to me and let people know because that there's such a rich tradition of basketball players here, at UTEP, and I mean yourself, playing at El Paso High. There should be a statue of you in the school, and I might have to talk to the coach because I know the coach there, right? I know the head coach right now. Might have to ring him up and say, yo, Mark McCall want to know where the hell his statue is. His statue needs to be in front of.
I'm in the Hall of Fame there, but I don't know about the statue.
Yeah, and we need to make that statue of you dunking on somebody. But look, man, I appreciate you coming on. Look, and anytime you wanna get on and just talk, hey, we can do it. I don't have no problem with doing it. We just got to make sure, because my mama be listening to it, so I don't want to get on me. Her and my auntie be like, "Oh, you got a potty mouth today," so I got to be careful with what I say.
Right. Oh, anytime you want to have me on, it's fine, man. I'm good with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach out to Greg, because I hadn't talked to him in a little minute, but I'll reach out to him to see if he want to get on at some point. But yeah, we'll definitely try to get you. Huh?
I said big ball.
Yeah, Foster. Yeah. So, all right. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna end it the way I always do when I tell everybody, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. We out.
All right.
Street cred sports, say it with your chest. Yeah. Go get it from the net. Street cred sports, okay, that's a bet.